AI is a tool that's been used for countlessly beneficial things for the human race. Some people hate it, some people love it. I make it do ELF predictions. So that's what we've got here. I've spent all day doing this. I've tried ChatGPT and it was shit. So the thing that saved us today is Snapchat AI. Now I'm a big fan of Halo, the video game, so my AI on Snapchat is called Bright Light. And Bright Light, I know it's cringy, but I'm going to go with it anyway because it's easier than just saying Snapchat AI. I'm just going to call it Bright Light. Bright Light has picked every game. Didn't do score because I didn't want to be here for literally ever counting different differences and stuff like that. But we didn't need it. Any tiebreakers I did with score. However, I have every game predicted, a winner or a loss for each team. I have the divisions rounded up. If there were any tiebreakers, I did the scores for it. We did see that at one point. Let's just get into it. But thank you all for arriving. This is one of the final installments of predicting the entire season. If you want me to predict anything else, let me know in the comment section on my Twitter or on my Instagram. All good. The support on these has been insane, so thank you. Let's see what Bright Light has done to the ELF. So of course, we're going to be spread into the East, Central and West divisions. This is easily done, and as you can see, there's already some quite surprising installments. First, we'll start off with the East. In the East, you have the Vienna Vikings taking the crown with an 8-4 record. 5 wins, 3 losses inside the division. Of course, this is a smaller division, less inner-division games and more out-of-division games. They come into the 3 seed. The Enthroners, possibly the surprise team, depending on how far you go. 8-4. Not a lot of people, I think, would have them as 8-4, including myself. Prague Lions, 7-5. An interesting team because they went 7-1 inside the conference and shat the bed anytime they went outside the conference. Didn't win a single game outside the conference, and it ruined their season, and they missed out in the playoffs by only a couple of wins. Berlin Thunder, overall not great. 5-7 record. Pretty disappointing overall for them. Rocklaw Panthers failed to get an entire win, even if you consider what this is at 50-50, because AI doesn't know any information about these teams. That's more than a 1 in 4,000 chance that the Rocklaw Panthers get 50-50 wrong 12 times in a row. Is that fate? Is that Bright Light being smarter than all of us? I guess we'll find out, because the Rocklaw Panthers are 0-12. This is probably the most glaringly obvious, right? Munich Ravens 11-1, 9-1 in their division, first seed in ELF. Barcelona Dragons also 11-1, fourth seed, also 9-1 in their conference. We had to do a tiebreaker with these. Dragons and the Ravens both only lost to each other during the regular season, and in those imaginary games, Bright Light decided it would be 28-24 Ravens, and then 24-21 Dragons, which means the Ravens got the 1 seed by 1 point. Milano coming in with a respectable 4-8, but not great. Surge got fraud checked violently. The Mercenaries didn't do great, and the Raiders did pretty bloody awful. So that'll round out the Central. We'll go to the West for the 2 seed. Ryan Fire 11-2, 8-2 in their division. Hamburg Sea Devils 9-3, also the Galaxy 9-3. This was settled by the Hamburg winning both of the games against the Galaxy. That's why they are the 5th seed and the Galaxy are the 6th seed. Paris missing the playoffs at 7-5, even though they have all the hype. Cologne 2-10, Madrid terrible start to their ELF debut. They go 1-11. For the regular season awards, I just asked it straight up, what team's going to have the MVP? And then it said the Dragons. I mean, they're 11-1, so that makes sense. Then I said what position, and it said quarterback, and then we came out with Levi Lewis. Honestly, if Levi Lewis gets an 11-1 record, the Dragons, I think he fucking deserves an MVP. Offensive Player of the Year, Javarian Smith at Hamburg, interestingly, gets them into the playoffs, which I don't think a lot of people think that they're going to get to the playoffs, so that makes sense. Defensive Player of the Year is a bit more unusual. Jonas Schweiger, Ravens linebacker. For this one, I said, pick a team. It picked the Ravens. I said, what position on defense are going to win the Defensive Player of the Year? It said linebacker. I got all the numbers from ELFopedia, who helped me with this one, as did the Discord for the ELF, so thank you for that. And it picked Jonas. So congratulations to Jonas. You are a Defensive Player of the Year in the ELF for the Munich Ravens, who are 11-1. Obviously, their defense likely what got them there. Postseason. Now this is done with the conference champions getting the 1 through 3 seeds. The Rhein and Munich are out of this one. Bye week. The first matchup. The Vienna Vikings 8-4 versus the Frankfurt Galaxy, who are 9-3. Third seed versus 6th seed. ends in a 28-21 victory for the Vienna Vikings. Next game, Barcelona Dragons 11-1, unfortunate to be the 4th seed, probably the best 4th seed we're ever going to see in the ELF, against the Hamburg Sea Devils 9-3, 5th seed. It's a dominant win. Easy win. As the AI said, and I'm quoting here, a dominant performance by the Dragons with a score of 31-10 over the Sea Devils. That will showcase their strength on the field. I agree with that one, it does, and on to the next round of the playoffs they go. Semi-final, Ryan Fire and the Munich Ravens back into it. Ryan Fire 2 seed, playing the Vienna Vikings, the 3 seed. It's another easy win for the Vienna Vikings, 35-14, not really much competition. Tighter in the other semi-final game, Munich Ravens 24, Barcelona Dragons 28. Barcelona Dragons and the Vienna Vikings are in the fucking final. Who would have seen that one coming? In a championship game, Vienna Vikings, Barcelona Dragons. This is going to be the shortest video of all of the prediction ones. Only going to be like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, like at the very max. Like probably even shorter than that. This one took a lot longer to do like the preparation for. So I had to get all the different fixtures and then line them up and do all the tiebreakers and then we'll do the scores and make all the graphics. So it took a really, really long time to do this one. Hope you enjoyed it nevertheless. This was a very fun video to make when my software wasn't crashing. I had a blue screen of death. ChatGPT is fucked. Broken. I'd ask it, how many times I'd say Vienna Vikings? It would say 5. How many times I say Vienna Vikings? 6. How many times I say Vienna Vikings? Never. So fuck ChatGPT. We are going to conclude this video here. I will leave the full Excel spreadsheet in the description as a link for anyone that does want to see which teams were favoured, which teams won in which games, and then as the season goes on I'll use that. This is not the end of the AI thing. I'm going to carry on using the schedule that it put. I think I did it for a bit last year and I put the scores. I'm going to continue to do that this time because I just think it's funny, just to see how maybe correct it could be. I was going to do my own one for this one, but I thought it'd be funnier just to give the reins to the AI. I was fucking right when it came up with Ben Holmes MVP. I was gassed. If you want me to predict anything else for the season is only like 10 days away now, so we are very close. I've got a few more things I want to get out before then. This will be the 3rd installment, so if you haven't watched the rest of them, I'll link that in the description. I'll leave ELFopedia for their help in the description. Thank you everyone. See you later. Goodbye.